All right, so we've been wanting to do a more behind the scenes video of building a business that we teach local service-based businesses how to run Instagram ads. We've helped close to 100 service-based businesses in the last 11 months doing this, and it's been quite the ride since. Clients have been able to 35x with ad spend, and we've been able to help people go from either whether they do landscaping or dog poop scooping and any service in between. We've been able to help them with Instagram ads and content, and August and I have been leading this, right?
Yeah,
from all the videos to fulfillment to
we're coming up on a year now since I started working with Luke, and we just wanted to kind of do a quick video. We've been needing to make more podcast style content just for our YouTube people, and just so you can kind of see the nitty gritty behind the scenes of everything that happens. And so what we did is I asked ChatGPT questions that would be good for this, targeted towards us. And I just want to see kind of what kind of conversations we can strike up upon these questions. So should we just get right into it?
Let's get it.
Okay, the first one is, what inspired you to start your social media marketing agency, and what was the moment you knew you wanted to scale?
It started 3 years ago when a little bit earlier than that, I deleted Instagram at first because I was seeing just too much negativity with politics. This was about like 5 years ago I deleted it. Being in college, I deleted Instagram because I was seeing all the negativity online and just like falling down rabbit holes with seeing girls on it and everything. It was just not good for my mental. So I deleted Instagram. I had to get my mind right and get the personal development journey started. And a year and a half after being clean off of social media, I had a coworker at the time at Trader Joe's tell me, Luke, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I was doing a lot of personal development work at that time, and I knew it hit me. As soon as he said that, I knew I had to re-download Instagram to preach positivity, to like be the change you wish to see in the world. I deleted it because of all the negativity. Why don't I download Instagram again to make it a source of positivity? That's what I did. So I re-downloaded Instagram in June of 2021. And I just started talking on camera. I have this all documented on my stories, on my archives. Just started documenting. I wanted to re-download Instagram, just preach more positivity and personal development. Hope it helps somebody. Let's go. If it helps just one person out of this, it's all that matters. Let's go. I've been saying the same thing for 3 years. And over the last 3 years, it's been an absolute roller coaster of life, entrepreneurship, being married for a year. It's like been crazy. I wouldn't have changed anything for the world though, because it taught me so much that I am today. And then, we found a business model out of this from doing online fitness coaching. I was doing that for a bit. Then I got into videography, started picking up a camera and doing content with a lot of the people that I was doing the online fitness coaching with, all the other gym owners and fitness people. And then I was helping them with short form content. Then I invested heavily to learn paid ads, and then found out about St. George because I had one client out here, long story short with it, and I realized nobody here was talking on camera or running paid ads. Moved out here to teach business owners how to run paid ads and talk on camera. And it all stemmed from me wanting to re-download Instagram to start preaching more positivity. And now what's happening with their clients, they're talking on camera and now they're inspiring others.
Solid. So true. So I guess then at what point, obviously you've invested a lot of time and money into this business. At what point did you realize that this was something that you weren't going to turn your back on for a while? Something that you really wanted to continue to invest? At what moment did you realize I've really got something here? I could really go far with this.
I noticed it as soon as I came out here to St. George back almost a year ago. And I was helping people just set up their ads. We were filming content and just helping them set up their ads for free. And then with that same ad setup and the DM talk track that I taught them, they were getting crazy results. Like Drew with Meta Auto Spa, one of my first clients, he turned his first $1,000 of ad spend into $10,000 or $12,000. Boom, just like that from Instagram ads because he was put on the map. Same thing with Koi. Koi started dominating commercial plumbing here in town within the first couple months because he was now the best known running ads. So I saw an opportunity. If it worked for one person, it can work for another. Then it worked for another industry, and then another, then another. And now we're at 100 companies or so helping.
Cool. It's very true. It really blew up, and it's something that we've talked about a couple times. Is I don't think that a lot of people understand or can even wrap their head around how fast I mean, things have blown up. It's been less than a year since, it's been like about a year since you moved here. And just in a year, how much we've scaled. And I think a lot of even our clients still don't really understand like how fast this has grown. Did you expect it to grow this fast, or what I'll ask you two questions.
Yeah.
One, what was your expectation? Did you expect it to grow this fast? And also, what things did you have to do in place to make sure that this was going in the right direction?
Yeah. So for that first question, did I expect it to grow this fast? No. We went from 20K a month, like before I moved out here, just doing videography, to multiple six figures a month within a year. It's just crazy growth, and like basically a little bit over 10x growth in a year, which is crazy. But I can attribute it to two things. One, client results. I cared about, even with having 1, 2, 3 clients on with ads, I wanted to get them the best results possible. And I knew if I focus on that, everything else was going to come full circle. And that's exactly what happened. I cared about client results, not the income in the forefront, like the sale of it. Focused on the client result. I knew everything would come full circle. And so I didn't think it was going to scale this fast, but with the right people in place, like getting you on board, getting all the others on board within this team. And another thing I'll attribute to is my time right now. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I don't have a girlfriend. What is my time? What do I do in my day? I work out, I go country dancing. Country dancing here or there if I'm feeling like it. But work out every single day, and I focus on this. This is my baby.
Love that. I think one thing that I really find interesting is in the growth of the business, I wouldn't say that a large part of the reason why it grew so fast was necessarily the demand. I think so much work. This is one thing I do really admire about Luke is his work ethic and the things that he puts in place to grow and create a backbone for the business. There's a lot of people that want or are trying to do the same thing that Luke does, especially here in this town when we first started, and they're still in the same place at this point. And I do believe that we could easily still be in the same point, if not just a little bit better, if Luke didn't do the things that he did. I don't think it was like this was handed to him. I don't think it was like everyone just wanted and it just blew up because of this. I think it really was because of the systems Luke put into place and how everything just runs. And I think the only way that it was able to scale when he put throttle or gas on the fire was because of those testimonials and the fulfillment side of things. Like, I think that if he didn't have the evidence to back up that this was something that would benefit people's businesses, then it would not have been able to take on the fuel that he threw on the fire. So, yeah,
that fuels everything too. It's like when I talk to other people they've invested with other marketing companies in the past, I always tell them to go to that marketing company's website or Instagram and check out their client testimonials. Are they right next to their client talking on camera? Is that client giving them a good testimonial? That's what my page is built off of, because especially with so many marketing companies out, there's so much snake oil, and I've never wanted that. I've always wanted to build the most amount of trust, because like, you know me more than anybody in this town knows me. Maybe besides my sister that lives here now. You know what I mean though? So it's like, you know where my heart is with all this, but how do we share that same thing to Instagram? That's all we've been doing. And how do we do that? And we teach our clients to do the same thing.
Right.
Talking on camera,
Right.
testimonials, being human, relational over transactionals, everything.
Right. True. Solid. Okay, the next question is, this one's a good one. What's the biggest challenge that you faced while trying to grow, and how did you push through it?
Ooh, biggest challenge I faced with the growth.
And let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do two variations of this. One, what was the biggest challenge that the business took to grow? And then what was the biggest challenge for you mentally to grow the business?
I think mentally, I've always been pretty stoic with it. Actually, there were some times early on though that I had extreme anxiety. I would wake up, maybe a client went ghost on me and I have no idea where they went, and they mentioned a chargeback or whatever it was very early on when I was just bootstrapped. I didn't have any extra cash. I was just trying to pay the bills and keep the lights on and just provide value back and get the client wins at that point. But then majority focusing on client wins. But then like just the thought, like the anxious feeling about a chargeback, I would wake up like freaked out. And it happens to a lot of businesses, but like that really freaked me out. And then it never actually went through as a chargeback. It's just communication with that, specific client. But it was just, that was not a good feeling. Waking up, just checking my bank account. If they pull a chargeback, boom, my account's in the negative. I'm in the same place I was a year ago, having to drive for Uber. Like that scared me in the beginning. But I persevered because you have to keep a stoic mind with it. Like I've always realized with business, like your stress management is the ceiling to your potential. And so when you're asking for more success in a business, you're asking for more stress is what I've seen. And you see how I am now. If there's like any fires or whatever, I keep stoic with it because it's always worked out.
That's true.
We know it's always worked out. So that's a huge thing. It's like I had challenges, especially in the beginning. I'm in a town I don't know anybody at all, trying to market. There's dozens of marketing companies here, dozens of them. But what did we do differently? We taught them how to do the ads instead of running ads for them or being the jack of all trades. And we found a need that people wanted to learn how to bring Instagram ads and use social media as a funnel and bring that in-house and learn it themselves. And here we are.
Okay, so now as a business, what was the hardest trial the business went through? I can think of a few. So
let's hear what you got.
Well, obviously a big one recently has been the Meta bans, the bans on our messaging. I mean, everything. At least before, everything ran through the DMs, and that's how we teach our clients. Like, business runs in the DMs, and the 1 week ban was tough for us. The 1 week mentally too was really tough. When Luke's DMs were banned for an entire week, it really like kind of humbled us, I think.
Yeah.
And if in a sense I'd say prepared us because a couple weeks later, 1 month ban. And so obviously that was a big trial, I think initially, but I would like to say how impressed I am how fast we overcame that trial and how much of an impact that really made. It wasn't really as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like the end of the world, but obviously business is still booming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think?
That was definitely a big one, I'd say. I'd say there's two things, like hiring the right talent and like getting a team of all-stars, which we've been able to do. Like, thank the Lord.
Lucky. Very lucky.
Very lucky. It's like everyone's passionate about what they're doing and like everybody wants to grow and everyone has such a growth mindset and everyone has their own goals. And I've really focused on that. Like each individual person has their own goals. How do we get that person their goals?
Right.
And everything comes back to like building the business with it. But I focus on that more than anything. Like the sales side of things, like they got their sales goals. They know what they want to make personally every single month. Okay, what does the business have to make in order for that? Client fulfillment, client success, same thing. How do we backtrack those goals for the business? Like I care about that more than like I don't even have my own goals really for it. But I know like I really don't have any crazy goals. Maybe like cars or whatever, but not worried about that. But the DM ban, that was tricky because first 7-day ban, like we didn't know what to do. Like, or it was kind of like a fire. Like, it was kind of like
I think the 7-day ban. The idea was okay, we're screwed for 7 days. Let's just kind of retreat and just kind of wait it out. And that is kind of how it went. But then as soon as the month ban hit, it wasn't, we're not waiting this one out. Like, we're going to figure something out ASAP. And so, I mean, going back, I wish we would have had that same mindset. Because we could have got a huge head start on the stuff that we had to work on to get past the month ban. Yeah. But
yeah, it was, you remember that.
Yeah,
it was a 7-day ban.
I remember
and then we were up for like 5 days. We were like, DMs were going for 5 days or so.
Yep.
And then I look at my phone while we're doing dips at the gym. Yeah. And then Stockton's like, uh-oh. And it said, can't send messages for 30 days. Or like, I cussed at the gym and I wasn't happy.
But it's funny is Luke was really only freaked out for about like maybe a minute or two. And then like the reassurance came in. Like, we're going to get past it. We're going to figure it out. Everyone's going to be fine. And I mean, a day later, we're still getting leads after that. So yeah, it was all fine. I remember, I think the week-long one, funny enough, like did a bigger toll on the business than the month. If anything, the month helped the business go in a different direction that was probably needed. It was like go until it breaks, and that was the break that I think the business did need. So
100%. And we realized like, okay, doing DM ads got us to this level, but what gets you to this level won't be the same thing that gets you to this level. And so we realized that, and we realized like there are people doing millions a month solely through Instagram, which is amazing. We're not there yet. But we, like, with our systems, with our knowledge, we realized it broke at multiple six figures a month solely from DMs with how many DMs we were sending. It is what it is. So what we had to do is I think we just got the ads up today. So within 2 weeks, we switched up all of our ads. And now we're running more lead form ads, but it's the same concept. But we had to build out the whole backend system for that. And business goes on as normal, and ads are still a dial.
perfect.
So, yeah, no problem. But like, yes, it sucks. I have one guy that's messaged me probably 20 times. Ads, DM, ready. Please respond back to me. I have a junk removal company. Please respond back to me. Why are you ignoring me? And I'm like, bro, I can't send you a DM, and it blows my mind. We can't message him either. He has no post. So it's all good though.
We'll get through it.
Yeah.
Next question. As you have scaled, what changes did you have to make in your mindset and leadership or daily routine? What is a daily routine?
What is a daily routine?
We don't know what those are over here.
So the only routine I'd say I do have for my day, like every single day, is wake up early and go to the gym. Like I do want to fit in like reading the Bible and everything then.
But even Bible study.
We do Bible studies.
It's weekly routines.
Yeah, we do that. And that's like my time that I'm 100% focused, which is cool. Bless you.
Cut that out.
Cut it out, yeah. That is the time I'm 100% focused. But what I've realized is I have to start the day and just get right into work. Like I have to, whether it's working out and getting the mind right first or getting right into work. Like that's just how my brain operates. I can read the Bible later at night when I'm rested and like done for the day. I've very recently learned that from being in Miami with Clinton. The mindset of everything, nothing's. Could you think of anything? I don't know. We've kind of done the same thing for.
I think if anything, the mindset has changed for like what is the purpose of the business. I think it kind of has to change for you. I think I've seen like what you wanted the business to become and what it was for. I think has definitely changed now that there's more people on it, and you have a lot more responsibility now because, you know, a lot of people are full into this when. You're like, people are relying on Luke now.
It's kind of crazy.
I think I've seen that change your mindset. I think before it was like, how can we just make this business work? And now it's like, okay, how can we achieve these crazy goals that I never thought would happen so that everyone can achieve the life they want to live? Yeah. And and I think there's one more in there. Yeah. What did you have to change in your leadership?
I had to let go of control. Let go of control. And that's very, very hard for a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. Very hard to let go of control in certain aspects of their business. When they have to hire more and they have to let go of all the videography, that's hard when you've been the one pointing the camera forever. So in passing that torch to somebody else, I passed that torch to you. And then it was like, okay, client fulfillment, client success. I'm sending every single message. I'm hopping on phone calls.
You're nurturing the clients you worked so hard to get to make sure. I think even personally, I would struggle with that. It's like, these are the relationships. These are the promises I'm making with these people. And now I'm relying on someone else to fulfill those promises.
Exactly. So having to hire the right people in place that care about it and want the success for the clients more than... Like, obviously I do as a business owner, as the owner here in the face, but like we have you on board. We got Preston on board now for this of like Preston's so passionate about it from what I've seen. He's been on like for a week, but just seeing how passionate he is about it, seeing how passionate you've been about it too. It's like, I'm passionate about it too. And it fires both of us up so much when we see those client wins come up. And, we have to pass the torch though, because you can't have, like, you have to let go. I have to let go of control to let, it was first the DM setters. I have to let go of getting my DMs and let the appointment setters do that and handle scheduling appointments. and then getting Sam Wall on and helping with the sales, and then I'm not the one leading the sales calls. Now it's Sam Wall, who I've learned is way better at sales than I am, and breaking everything logical because I get too excited on these sales calls. I think of where businesses are 1 to 2 months in because we've seen so many success stories with it. I get too excited. I see where they're already going to be at, and that can like scare off some potential clients when they just like they're kind of like in, out, they don't know. Where Sam Wall is just very logical driven and breaks everything down. So it's like you find all the A+ rated players and you put them in place of their zone of genius.
I think now too, I'm starting to feel that feeling because for the longest time it's been, these are like my children that I've been messaging forever. Yeah. And now getting Preston on, it's like, okay, now I'm letting someone else talk to them. Yep. And it's like, it is a hard thing. It's like I work so hard to build these relationships and I want to make sure that is this still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. I work so hard to build these relationships and I make sure that everyone's properly taken care of and that, I don't know. So it's interesting, but it's true. I do have a lot of faith in Preston. He's really passionate and we've never had a problem with anyone on the team. Like everyone's been super solid, which is like a blessing. So yeah.
So awesome.
Final question. This one's a good one. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice when you first started, what would it be?
Ooh.
I think a good follow-up is what part of the process took longer than it should have because of the decisions you were making?
It's kind of, I want to critique myself with this.
Do it.
But we've grown so fast with it,
It's
too.
hard to say that anything has gone wrong. I don't know.
I don't want to say that with an ego, but...
It's true. Like in a year, the business went from where to where, and it's insane.
I would say the biggest thing that I would change or go back and do is over-communicate to every single client. Over-communicate. Give them phone calls. If they're not answering you in Slack, give them phone calls. That's an area, if I look back on, that I didn't do, and maybe I should have. Just because, like, your reputation's everything in a town, and I've never wanted to taint that. And I believe, like, communication is absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. So if I would go back, I would make sure you can't please everybody with this, like, because we're leading the horse to water. We're not making them drink it. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink it, and we're leading horses to the water here. And some people want it, some people don't. Or some people change their businesses or whatever. But if I could go back, I would tell myself over-communicate with every single client because that will give you the most amount of clarity in your business.
Solid. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to say because it's like we haven't really had hiccups that was on our part. Like if anything, it was Meta doing something or I think maybe I wish that we would have gotten out of the video packages sooner. And I think we should have realized how easy it is for people to just do it themselves. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, that's a heavy weight that we drag around, and it's just like, we just wait for the day that people message us, and we're like,
for
we should video. So, yeah, we used to have a video package deal, and a lot of people purchased 30 videos. But the problem that we'd keep coming up against is they would buy 30 videos, we'd shoot them one ad, and it would do so well, they would be so busy, they wouldn't even reach out to us for the rest of the 30 videos. And even to this day, months and months and months later, I'm still begging for them to meet up with me so we can get these videos done. And finding a time with them, their busy schedule has just not been easy. So I wish we would have probably gotten out of that sooner because we have realized that, it helps to have nice, high-quality videos, and I get a lot of people don't want to just get out there and do it, but you can still succeed just as well with your phone and doing it yourself. Implementing, teaching people how to film their own videos is way more valuable than having to call August every time to come out and shoot a video. So
100%. Yeah, we were slinging those back in the day. Slinging them.
Yeah, slinging them.
Which is good, but
it still haunts us today.
It still haunts us today. So especially for any business owner, like whatever you can do to give the most amount of service and you got to think of like, if you got on 15 clients this week in your business, can you handle that? Or if you can't handle that, what's the first thing that's going to break out of that? For us, we knew that was videos. And my mentor told me that. And once he told me that, I'm like, yeah, we got to get out of the video side of things and teach them how to do the videos. And so when we started running ads in Phoenix, Arizona, that's when we found out like they don't need high quality videos. They need one high quality ad that we help them with, like edit, but they film it and we teach them how to film the content on their phone. And they're crushing,
Right.
4Xing their business first month, 7X return on ad spend. Like Trace turned 10 grand of ad spend into 350 grand from his phone.
Yeah, I think a lot of business owners get in this like YouTube mindset. Like social media for a long time has always been based off of how high quality your video is, and like YouTube videos that went viral or things like this, or like if you make a high definition documentary and it's got good audio, good lighting, you spend tons of money on it, it's gonna get lots of views, and that's how YouTube was. But that's not how Instagram is today. And I think people get in that mindset. They're like, I'm going to go hire a videographer. I'm going to pay him X amount of money, and it's going to get us business, which is not the case at all. Like, if you're not getting eyes, then you're not making money. And just because it's a nice video doesn't mean it's going to get eyes. That's just not how the algorithm works these days. The competition, everyone's making high quality videos. It's how are you going to utilize the algorithm and get your ads running the way that they're supposed to. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter if your high quality video is reaching 100 people. I'd rather have an ad get 10,000 views locally that you know guaranteed in your town because your ads are set up correctly than a high quality video that goes out to your followers and hoping it goes viral or reaches your right person.
exactly.
Run ads, do it correctly the first time, and
Yeah, I mean, and making viral content doesn't, like even making a viral video doesn't guarantee you solid leads. In fact, if anything, if you try to make videos go viral for your business locally, you're going to kind of screw yourself, because then you're going to be getting views from thousands of people that can't even buy your product, and it just messes everything up.
Yep.
So
keep it local with the ads. Videos don't need to be filmed with a high quality camera. It can be filmed with your phone to get the same results. And
if you have to offer what people want, they just need to know that you offer it. So it comes down to that. That's where the money's at.
that's it. Love it.
Yeah, that was the last question. I mean, any other thoughts?
I think that's it. I think we got to do a series on this because you were asking me a lot of questions with this. I think I want to ask you and hear your experience out of this. So we'll do another video on that. And then if anybody actually like watches this all the way through right now, drop in the comments too, like what type of content would you want to see? He's been with me for the last 10 months or so of doing this and seeing the full growth of it, and such a vital part of the team. So yeah, ask us questions, whatever you guys want to see too.
Yeah, I mean, and our creative abilities are endless. So I would be curious to know what kind of content you guys would like to see. We could do whatever you want. So
Yeah. I just want it to be real, like raw. And it's like Instagram is like the face, it's like the snappiness. This, I want to be just more relaxed, more behind the scenes, and like catering towards local service-based business owners, but then our entrepreneurial journey and all that. Like just be more real, because we're just talking right now in my living room, you know?
yeah,
Keep it real.
love it.
No, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and
dude, cool.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video and drop a comment for any other type of content you want to see. Let's go.